looks like it's a double upload, people. Oh shit, shit's going down. Just when you thought we couldn't get a rest from all this, Bearingcab has finally released the DMs that were between him and Tim, at least the stuff that we really need to know, that is. So Bearingcab has released the DMs that he had between him and Tim, even though Tim had plenty of opportunities to do so, to prove his points. Now, I've had them, full disclosure, for about a couple of days, and, well, I've not had to release them because I need permission. So, we now have permission, it's all out there. Let's make a video, shall we? Now, this is the first message that Bearingcab received from Tim, and this is what Tim has to say. Lol, the latest criticism of me is amazing. Now I'm being given shit because I didn't witness those feminist people sharing the private information and deleted the post before I woke up. So I'm being criticised for sleeping now, ha ha ha. The goalposts always move, it's incredible. And they're like, name these feminists with no evidence. Stop naming Bearing with evidence. Well, you see, Tim, we didn't know that you didn't know the actual names. You implied that you knew who they were, but you weren't actually going to tell us because you said you had an argument with a notorious feminist about all of this. So we didn't actually criticise you at all for not naming names that you didn't know. We just assumed you didn't name names because, well, they're your friends and you knew who they were, but you just wouldn't tell us. That's what we assumed, that's what you implied or inferred. We didn't move any goalposts, we didn't do anything like that. We didn't know you didn't have evidence, we just assumed you knew and criticised you based on that observation, which turned out to be wrong. It's that obvious, Tim. And then he jokes about suicide, and then he says, anyways, sorry distracting from your Christmas cheer and ginger jokes. And then Bearingcab says, I was attempting to distract you. Okay, it's just a bit of banter here, people. You failed, I trusted you, man. You say that to me a lot. Have some coffee, no naps. Bad, Tim, bad. Further proving that Bearingcab is cancerous. And then Tim says, haha, can I name people based on hearsay? I heard it was Danny. I'm not sure who the other people were. Maybe Christy, I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to, says Bearingcab. I hate Christy, but I doubt she'd put herself out there like that for that kind of blackmail, if you're referring to posting Bearing stuff. So Tim, apparently this is all going to get twisted, all this is twisted. This is not what you said, even though this is what I said you said in my video, that you said it was hearsay, you didn't know if it was true or not. And as I said recently, and in that video, Bearing took that as, yes, it must be the case, because if you're hearing it's Danny, if you're hearing it's Christy from other feminists, it must be true. But he can't prove it because, as he said, it wouldn't hold up in the court of law because it's hearsay. Hearsay doesn't work in the court of law, okay? It's that obvious. So why is it that you say all these things and you backtrack? And then you accuse us of basically strawmanning you when we didn't. And now we know, or at least we're beginning to know, why you didn't want this getting out. And then, as me and Bearingcab agreed on in our DMs, this thing just gets worse the more you read it. The more I read this, I agree with him, it just gets worse. Well, I would be criticising them for setting the wheels in motion by sleazily gathering Bearing's private info. Funny, because I bet my left testicle the anti-fems would stop arguing that it's fine because it was private and they aren't actually doxing him. Because people are biased and totally full of shit, lol. If I had seen it, I totally would have put that in the video. Then see what new stupid excuses people have to give me shit for, lol. People are very creative with their arguments, I will say. Well, Tim, isn't that interesting? You would be criticising them for setting the wheels in motion. So, is this what you don't want people to know about? Because that's you basically admitting from what you've heard that this is what they've been doing. Because none of it's confirmed. It's all hearsay, as you said. But you would be criticising them for doing that. For giving those three doxes Bearing's name, personal address and sugar tits details. Am I right? I'm just wondering, because why is it that you have to backtrack on this? How come you have to attack us for basically saying what you said here? And then this comment, you know, when he talks about he would bet his left testicles that anti-fans would stop arguing about it's fine because it was private. Who said that exactly on our side? Is that a typo? Do you mean the feminists? Because they're the ones who've been saying this. Kevin Logan said it in that live stream that he did, that I covered on a live stream. Christy Winters has done it. Other than Noel Plum, I can't think of anybody else who isn't a feminist that said that. Maybe Ahmed Skeptic, I don't know. Has he said that? People will have to verify that for me. And you're right, people are biased and totally full of shit, and you're one of them. And if you had seen that, you would have put that in the video. Well, that remains to be seen. Considering you backtracked quite heavily, I was desperate to get back into Christie's good books and all the other good books. By the way, Kevin forgave you, or at least trusts you still somehow, considering you were totally willing to write them all out, even though Kevin didn't do anything, but that's besides the point. And again, are these excuses from feminists or anti-feminists? I assume anti-feminists, but you seem to be living in upside down la la land, and I would say people are very creative with arguments. arguments. You have been very creative, as we've seen last night. Very creative indeed. I just love how everything you say is basically what you're like. And that's it. Those are the logs that Bearingcab has released on Twitter that you can all see. You can ask him for them if you want. Bearing's got them, I've got them. I do believe somebody else has them, but I forgot their name. And well, basically, what can I say? Tim, it's all out. It's up to you to basically explain this and attack me for twisting these things, even though I didn't twist these things. This is everything that I've got, people. These 4 screenshots is everything that Bearingcab gave me. I might have missed out a few, but I did ask him and he said that's everything. I'm pretty sure that's everything. I'm pretty sure it's in the right order as well. And well, what say you, Tim? Again, what say you? Is this me spinning it? Is this exactly what you said to Bearing? Is this exactly what we were telling you that you said to Bearing? Or is this just yet more lies, slander and lies? I'll leave it up to you people as well. It's up to you to decide. And until next time, I'll see you later.